Erica follows suit. 5,000 advantage going to Erica Enders. Oh, Jeremy Ray on his lid. Jeremy Ray hard into the right side wall, and Jeremy Ray is back on four wheels and across the track into the left side wall. Oh my goodness, Jeremy Ray parachutes out.
Voilà, très souvent, alors, énorme sortie, et en plus il tape pas dans les Tech Pro visiblement, il tape dans le mur directement. Et
c'est la voiture de chez Patrick Dempsey, la malheureuse. Tout à l'heure vous vous souvenez certainement de ce pilote japonais qui était parti 3 fois.
Un replay.
Voilà, on revoit. Ah non, c'est pas Bruni. Bruni, il était juste devant. C'est une Porsche de la catégorie GTAM.
Qui laissait passer et qui n'a pas vu la deuxième voiture.
Zone you just saw there.
Yeah, I said we'd point it out next time. I wasn't expecting there to be cars everywhere.
Loads of debris.
Oh, there's chaos. Absolute chaos. Alexander Sims involved. It looked as though there was Jaguar debris in there. Oh, and there is. And that is Nelson Piquet. And here's a look at it again. Keep your eyes to the right-hand side. Piquet went to the inside. Verne came across to cover it.
That's a big hit. A side slap as well. That really can damage the bones and the pelvis.
And how did Sims get involved? Did he just get wiped out by Verne? Yeah, because he was in front of them, I think.
Number 2, he cannot. He stays third with 30 seconds to go. Oh, no.
It's done.
Yeah, that'll do it. And Adrian Flack's car has had a big one through turn 8. And front and rear heavily damaged. A little bit of a flame in that rear exhaust.
And here it is, turn 8. It's great for so many reasons and perilous for these. Didn't actually hit the outside wall, so had a big slide, lost the rear and then drilled that inside fence.
That is one of the most telling shots ever. You couldn't actually see the impact. All you could see were the parts getting thrown around. Wham!
And just hit the fence there where there's the gap for the marshals to jump out, and then smashed its way down. Damaged both front and rear corners.
Sector for Armstrong. And it was his personal best of the race so far. Now the challenge is being unleashed. Yellow flag in sector 3. But it is the Campos of Alex Peroni, the Australian driver. I think we now can show you what happened to Alex Peroni. Oh my goodness me. That is a horrific sight. Very serious crash for Alexander Peroni into the fence.
If Shieldy can, he'll get across the front of him, which he's just done. Fair play, Shieldy. He's driving ever so well this year. This is good.
Nice bit of racing now. To the outside line goes Finn Green. So he's going to go for it. We've got Heathcote having a look as well at Morocco. Shield there now on the outside. Oh, Finn Green got the power down a little bit early coming out of there. That's very worrying. That's not the view that we wanted to see. It causes all sorts of problems. Heathcote's out. He catches Harry King as well. And that's going to be a red flag. Not what we wanted to see at all here at Donington Park. The officials straight away deploying the...
Out of the way, and it's this car coming now. I think it's Lucky Kera, but unsighted. It's one of the worst things that can ever happen to you as a driver. Sat there, look, there's the rotation. He stops, he's on the brakes hard, which you would do, but he's given Nathan Heathcote a clip who goes into the rector cell. But look, as you come through that chicane, it's a brow, but you've got a car in front of you, hits the brakes like as hard as he can to slow down, but then gets hit again by Colin White. And I've got to...
41 vehicles were at the start, but only one image sticks out from the finish. It was an almighty crash, but thankfully no one was injured. Dominic Lohr, current leader, and Sergei Kuprianov, winner of Stage 5, collided spectacularly right before the finish line. It was terrifying to watch, but very quickly all four of them climbed out of their Optimus buggies, apparently unscathed.
Lap, open to win light.
Andy Whiteley is the #1 qualifier. Andy Boll trying to take a shot. They lead together. Andy Boll all over the racetrack. Andy Boll, hard contact, left side wall. Andy Boll on his lid, back on 4 wheels, and Andy Boll is on a wild ride. Goodness, the car comes to a stop on the left side of the racetrack on the top end. Andy Whiteley onward, but Andy Boll is on the track. Sparks coming out, and the NHRA Safety Safari is rolling. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, that was just huge contact with the left side wall. You see over on the right side of the screen, Andy Boll out of the car, walking away.
À l'instant, qui a perdu. Ah non, contact, oh, ça a tapé fort, très fort.
Terminé pour la voiture, je peux vous l'assurer.
Ah oui, oui, oui.
Terminé. Il s'est fait
safety car qui entre en piste maintenant, avec donc la voiture, la...
Run 74 machines. Sometimes you just see that problem up ahead, everyone stacks up. Oh, big crash there for Al-Kahanian. Big crash coming through turn 3.
That quick little left-right transition, yeah, and Elga, yeah, that's big into the wall in that KTM crossbow. And there's a recovering Buford and Lewis. Here's what we saw the first time. There he comes, wheel already off.
Yeah, so it wasn't a head-on, so it's kind of a glance, but it's into the driver's side.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's hard.
Yep. And the interesting thing, you see all those parts coming off the car. It looks.
Welcome back to Silverstone, where the cleaning up operation on the exit to Copse Corner continues. Thankfully, the riders involved in that enormous accident, Barry Teasdale and Paul McClung, are seemingly all right. One complaining of some hip pain, one suffering with a wrist injury, but the lads are conscious and being cared for. Going to end up. This is what it looked like from there, even more dramatic from front on. And Paul McClung's bike, bless him, he deserves a new one for that, doesn't he, for the displays put on.
Another thankful thing, the bike didn't, when it was going through its sort of death throes, it didn't hit him again, as it was destroying itself. One of the things you've got to avoid at all costs is getting hit by a bike, and when you're in the lap of the gods at that point, I mean, that's probably...
Oh, I see what you mean. Look, the bike landed almost beside him, ahead of him.
Yeah.
Wow, so that is...
1.5 อยู่นะครับอันดับ1นะฮะตอนนี้ในโอ้โหบัณฑิตดาแย้มก็บอกผมต้องมีส่วนเกี่ยวข้องแน่นอนอ้าวเช่นนั้นมีปัญหาครับโอ้โหรถหลุดขึ้นไปนะฮะโอ้โหหลุดออกไปครับทุกจุดนะฮะกรรมการยกทิ้งท้ายกันนะฮะโอ้จังหวะแทงลึกของเชนอังนี่เองครับแทงลึกไปนิดนึงครับเดี๋ยวผมจะแหมไปพาคุณผู้ชมไปดูนะเอ้ามีหลุดมีข้างหน้าด้วยนะฮะแหมจังหวะที่เชนอังนะรายงานกลับมาตอนนี้นี่บอกว่านักแข่งปลอดภัยครับแหมไม่
With some great racing heritage. Go for a course.
Oh, big ride.
Upside down, Tracy Hines.
Man, as far as airtime goes, he hung for a long time.
Motorsports. Let's check in with them down there with Brian.
Yeah, he was pretty upset and said he didn't have anything to say, but there was some damage to that right side, and I think they'll be
giving up the go. So let's take a look at the big incident. So this is
Jury.
This is Kylie Jury. Okay, so he must be the last car there.
Oh, Jesus.
Something leaked. Whoa. That was quite aggressive. That looks mechanical for it to...
He's come from the inside, across the grass, across the track.
Now have a look from the front on. Something goes here.
Yeah.
Absolute passenger.
Lucky not to pick anyone up.
And then he drives away. Go figure, after all of that.
So we can't actually see
Doors
what
open.
lets go there.
The circuit. That's a shame because actually Vips had done a good job up until that point. It wasn't actually his fault.
different teams, same junior driver program, but when Vips sees that back, he will be thoroughly unimpressed, and we have a car into the barrier to bring out the safety car. He's car number 5 now in your picture with the luminous red and navy livery. On the left-hand side of your picture now, racing Alex Peroni in the Campos. And so they're going to be going side by side, and any contact at all here,
I think he's
and
going
you
to turn
are straight.
Oh, he's got. He's gone that way. Wow,
that's unusual.
That is.
You expect it to be
to go right. Yeah. Then he goes.
Yeah, you expect it to be a front wing off the kart, but into the barriers and underneath the barrier.
The lap traffic has just worked perfectly for Keegan. Here comes Larson with a last-minute charge. Through the prison bend he goes. The big, contact, dear me. Wow, Heartbreak Hotel. It was a move that was possibly debatable. Jamie Larson and Luke Keegan as they came off the prison bend.
Dave Johnson behind. Oh no, and it's happened again. That's another red flag. This is where the touring cars and the Formula 3 cars have all of their mishaps, and I can promise you that we will not be restarting this race this evening.
All Australian made Irving Vincent 1300. And here they come, Predmore bike number 43. As he, the back snaps away from him, he's over the bars. Oh, Bo Beaton on the Irving Vincent takes it way over the top as well. What a massive incident, Phil.
Yeah, this was only on the end of lap 2, Braxy, so it'll be interesting to see what the officials do, but that was a massive crash. You can see Predmore just lost the back end of his machine. I think we'll see a red flag stoppage now as the riders make their way down the straight. The red flag, they'll be able to fix that up. But there is a replay. The Suzuki replay showing Ralph Hudson's Yamaha going down. Predmore just lost the back end, and unfortunately Bo Beaton, completely unsighted, had nowhere to go when he was confronted by Predmore's number 43 machine. And that's 1 down for Team USA and 1 down for Team Australia.